Hey everybody, this is Melissa Moore, Low Country Manager for Women's Rights and Empowerment Network. This message is intended for women, LGBTQ plus people, and other gender expansive folks, and really anyone who loves anyone who fits that description. The world has gotten pretty scary lately, but it has always been scary for women and gender expansive people. I want to remind you of some resources that are out there to help support you, especially through this crisis. It's okay to feel the full range of emotions that we're all feeling right now. It's okay to be afraid, and fear has its place in our lives. But when we live in fear, it creates a chronic condition called anxiety, which can lead to panic. Panic is something that LGBTQ plus people and a lot of women know about, and it can cause us to lash out at one another. We've heard a lot lately about how social isolation is causing increased intimate partner violence because survivors are now forced into quarantine with their abusers. Women and LGBTQ plus people were at heightened risk for domestic violence before all of this, and their risk is increasing every day that they're stuck under a roof with their abusers. So if you're experiencing intimate partner violence right now, and you have access to a phone, there are some hotline numbers that might be helpful for you. The Northwest Network is for LGBTQ plus people, and it is run by and founded by LGBTQ plus people. Their number is 206-568-7777, and if nobody picks up the phone, just leave a message and someone will contact you again. You can also call the National Domestic Violence Hotline 24/7 at 800-799-SAFE. That's 800-799-7233, or just spell the word SAFE, SAFE. Additionally, advocates who are hearing impaired are available 24/7 through the National Deaf Hotline, and that is 855-812-1001. Lots of queer and transgender people were already socially isolated before COVID-19. Now our isolation is even more intense, and we're at an even higher risk of suicide and drug abuse than we were before, and we were already at pretty high risk before. Here are some hotlines and resources that center the needs of different communities. So for transgender people who are feeling suicidal or feeling like they're having a mental health crisis, the Trans Lifeline is an amazing resource run by transgender people, and that number is 877-565-8860, 877-565-8860. For LGBTQ youth, the Trevor Project is a wonderful resource, and they have a text message line too. But that number is 866-488-7386. And there's also the National Suicide Hotline, which is 800-273-8255. In the times preceding this pandemic, we would see spikes in rates of houselessness among queer and trans youth around holidays and school breaks. And that's because, when people don't have school as an outlet, they're sort of forced under the same roof with people who, with their caregivers who don't necessarily agree with their identities. And that would cause a lot of conflict. For a lot of LGBTQ plus youth, home isn't where the heart is, it's where the harm is. So if you're at risk of houselessness, here are some resources for you. You can connect with the National Runaway and Homeless Youth Hotline at 800-786-2929. If you're over 18, if you're an adult experiencing housing crisis and you're in the low country of South Carolina, you can call our housing crisis line at 843-737-8357. Everybody all over the world right now is experiencing a traumatic event together. It's normal to feel like we're not enough or we're not doing enough, but you're more than enough. Your value is not measured by your productivity. No matter where you live, remember that where the wounds of oppression are the deepest, the resistance is the strongest, it's the most creative and the most resilient. We can't survive without each other. We need love, support, and affirmation as much as we need food and water. Social connection is medicine. So love on each other. Celebrate each other. Please check in on each other regularly. Forgive each other. Forgive yourselves as you would forgive someone you love unconditionally. And love yourselves unconditionally. Know that you're more than enough, regardless of how productive you are. Stay well and stay safe, everybody.